Hi, I'm Jared George with the Red Power Team. In this video, we're going to be focusing on how you guys can go in prior to season and get your product set up or your variety information input into the Pro 700 display. So we're going to take a look at the Pro 700 and we'll start walking through that. So once the Pro 700 fires up, it defaults to our run screen 1. What we're going to do is we're going to hit the back tab on the bottom left and we're going to come into the wizard icon. From the wizard icon, this is what we consider the home screen of the wizard. And as you can see along here, I have green check marks next to the icons except for layer setup. So what we want to do is we want to go in and we want to create these products underneath layer setup. So I'm going to select layer setup. All right, and it's going to bring me to a work condition. So the way that I think of work conditions is essentially what crop you're going to be in. And then what I like to do is I like to put the cell disc that I'm going to be planting with. So in this case, I'm going to use corn, for instance, and I'm going to select work condition, and I'm going to hit new, and I'm going to type in corn. And for this example, I would be planting with a 48 cell disc. So I'm going to put 48 behind that. Okay, and why that's important, as we're jumping between crop types, between soybeans and corn, I know clearly that I am planting with a 48 cell disc. It's going to remind me to put that disc in, and I'm going to select this work condition, corn 48. So as I hit next, this is where I come to start creating my products, my variety information. So product is where I'm going to type in the product that I'll be planting. So in this case, I'm going to select product, I'm going to hit new, and then for this, I'm going to type in test, but this is where you guys would want to be entering your product name or your variety name. Okay, crop type, we're going to make sure that we're on corn. For crop type, if you were setting up soybeans, we would switch this to soybean. I'll hit next, and this is where we start setting up the application rates for our product name. So you can see test, which I just created, and now I'm going to set my default application rate. And I want you guys to be sure that you pay attention. This is in 1,000 seeds per acre. So as I click on the white box, it's going to bring up the numeric pad. And for this case, I'm just going to put 36,000. So I type in 36 and I hit enter. As you can see, I have my product name now with my default application rate set to 36,000 seeds per acre. I'm going to hit next, and I need to be sure that I'm setting a minimum application rate and a maximum application rate. So I'm going to go on my minimum application rate, and I'm going to go in. So I selected 36 for my default application rate. In this case, I'm just going to go a couple thousand outside of that 36 or lower, and I'm going to go 34,000. You can go lower than that if you wanted to set that down to 30,000 or 32,000. That's just kind of a preference of what you want to set up. But we need to make sure that we're setting these minimum application rates and our maximum. And what you're going to see here is this is going to alert you guys as you guys are planting. If you drop below that 34,000 seeds, this is a threshold of where the monitor is going to alert you guys to let you know that you're below that. So our maximum, I'm going to go select maximum application rate, and I'm going to take that up. I'll go 38,000. So my default application rate was 36,000, and I only went 2,000 seeds per acre outside of that. Generally, we do that 2,000 or 4,000. It's kind of up to you guys at that point. We look over and we have our delta application rate. So all this is saying is if I manually adjust my default rate, it's going to do it. Each time I adjust it, it's going to do it at 1,000 seeds per acre. So if I wanted to change that to 500 seeds per acre, I could select my delta application rate and I would put in 0.5. And what that does is now if I want to adjust my 36,000 and bump it up to 36.5, that's that delta application rate, and that's where you set that. So we'll go ahead and hit next. And now you can see I have a green check mark on my layer tab. So if I wanted to go back in and create more products, I would come back into my layer tab. My work condition is corn, and this is where I would come in by hitting next, and I can enter my next variety if I'd like to do that. Each variety you need to go through and make sure that you set a default, a minimum, and a maximum application rate per variety. This is how we set up our Pro 700 variety information. I hope you guys have got something from this today and you can take it to the field with you. What I like to say is go out prior, get your variety information put in if you have the ability to do that. A lot of guys have their variety lists that they can get ahead of time, and they'll come in here and they'll get them all punched in. That way when you guys go to the field, you pull in, you select your farm and field, you can go in and choose these varieties and not have to sit there and mess with it, because we know spring, we're limited on time, so let's get this done ahead of time. Make sure and follow us on YouTube. We're going to be posting more videos of the 1200 series planter, tutorials on how to get these ready for the field. Thanks.